Welcome back to the TheDnazChannel, mi gentes. Today, we are going to talk about something that you all ponder, and that is time travel. That's right. And you might be saying, Dnaz, what the heck are you talking about? We can't time travel. What are you talking about? Blah, 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 blah. Well, I'm going to tell you blah, blah, blah. I am going to tell you how we are time travelers. We travel in time all the time, right? Every day we're traveling in time, but we are traveling in one direction. We think of time as having one direction, right? We think of time as linear. What we don't do is bring ourselves outside of time. As they would say, God is outside of time. Or if you want to believe in aliens, whatever you want to do, they say that these beings are outside of time. Does that mean that time is circular? If you bring yourself out of time, is it no longer linear? Is it no longer from past to present to future? Is it no longer linear, right? Then would it be circular? Would it be a never-ending loop? Like you ever seen the snake eating its own tail, the Ouroboros, right? And it's very possible if you were able to step out of time. Now, time is our fourth dimension, right? We live in three dimensions, time being the fourth dimension. And our physics really only advanced when Einstein took space and time and put them together in equations, right? Because before, when we were trying to do science, we took time as its own part of the equation. We couldn't equate it. We couldn't plug it in. It wasn't working out, right? There was our dimensions, and there was space and time, gravity, all these things that we had to equate for. When we combined space and time and called it space-time, then our equations started working. But we must remember that math is man-made. There is no math in nature. Nature doesn't count. Nature doesn't have equations. Nature doesn't care about your equations. Mathematics is just a way to measure, right? Because we like to measure. That's how we do things, okay? But time doesn't always work that way. If you notice, right, they say if we go into space, you send someone into space, right? And then they come back, they've actually aged less than when you come back to Earth, right? On Earth time, if you were to go, let's say, to Mars and spend a year on Mars, you would come back to Earth and much more time would pass on Earth than you spent in space, right? Because for some reason, it's like going to space is like going out of time, okay? So just right there, time travel is possible. So if you are not a believer in time travel, we've already done it. Even if it's only been a couple seconds or a couple minutes, someone going into space and coming back here has already traveled in time. And I want to show you how you can use this power for good, right? For yourself, to improve yourself and improve your life and to have a better outlook on your life. Because you know that's why I'm here. I am here to give you a positive outlook on your life. That's what I love to do. I want to show you that the world is good, the world is beautiful, the world is true, and the world is for you. That's been my saying that I just been pulling out of my ass. I say it all the time. The world is beautiful, the world is true, the world is for you. Okay? So, how do we navigate this world? Right? How do we make this world better for us? Well, you are the observer of this world. But we tend to know, since the double slit experiment, which I don't fully believe that we understand all of it, but I do know that we understand that the observer has an effect on things, right? And we know that our effect, us being somewhere, affects the world around us, right? Your world. It's all, your world is all relative to you. The world is relative to the observer. The world that you're in, okay, is relative to you. My experience is not the same as your experience. We might have an agreed upon reality, right? So me and you can both agree I'm here. This is red. This is black, right? We both agree on that because we have an agreed upon reality. But I can't go into your eyes, into your mind, and experience the same exact thing that you experience. I can't. I can't hear the same thing you're hearing. I can't see the same thing you're hearing. I can't take in the same information and process it the same way you are. So, my conclusion to that is that time works differently for everybody. If you notice, there are different time zones on this earth, right? We have different time zones. Time is different in different places because it's just a measure. It's just a human measure. The measure of time didn't exist before us, right? Obviously, there's a past, present, and future, but that's something that we measure and create. Another way you could see time as not being as relevant as we think and being able to travel is if you read history. You read into the past, right? You read these old books, you read ancient texts, and you hear ancient stories, and you realize, wow, the world really hasn't changed much, right? Are are we in the past or are we in the present? Or, is the past the present? Because it seems like history keeps repeating itself, right? You can learn so much from history. History will teach you many things, but if you read history and look at history, you will know that history tends to repeat itself. We tend to be on these loop cycles, right? Humanity seems to be on a cycle. Even the Mayans left glyphs in their pyramids, right? Talking about how the world has reset 4 times, one by water, one by fire, one by rain, right? We are in the one by, I forget the other one, but we have reset multiple times. And that would make sense if you look at all the pyramids left and like thousands of year old pyramids that are left and buildings that are left and the incredible math that was done. And we think that we are more advanced in these civilizations today because we have different technology. Okay. We say that we're more technologically advanced, but that doesn't make sense to me because they're building pyramids with incredible math, right? And then it seems that after the pyramids were built, humanity took a dive, right? Just like the Dark Ages, which I'm making a video about the Dark Ages. You stay tuned. But, you know, it's not all true that there was no knowledge in the Dark Ages. We just base that on the European world. But there is proof that our art has declined, right? When societies break apart, the art declines, the math declines, all these systems decline. And you can clearly see that humanity has been to a high point in civilization before technologically. And then we reset, right? We reset, since the pyramids, since the time of the pyramids, humanity has had to rebuild. So it's kind of like evidence of a reset, right? You hear about Noah and the great flood, right? That would be a reset, okay? It seems like humanity has made it to advance technology and to advance knowledge multiple times. And we just either A, keep blowing ourselves up or keep killing ourselves, or the world resets itself, right? We know the earth isn't going anywhere. Maybe catastrophic events happen. Maybe all these things happen. But we reset, okay? That's what it seems to show us. History repeats itself, humanity keeps resetting, right? And the more and more we do archaeology, the more our timeline keeps getting pushed back, right? We thought humans were only, you know, tens of thousands of years old, going back 1,000 years. Then we start having better science and we start carbon dating things. Then we realize, okay, we found a 200,000-year-old human skull. So now we know humans have been around for 200,000 years, right? But who are we to say that 200,000 years ago we weren't advanced at some point? Who are we to say that, right? Because we don't know, right? And stone and all these things, they decay over time. Matter breaks down and decays all the time. So, over time, so you're not necessarily gonna have evidence. We might find a skull that's 200,000 years old, but all the ruins and everything like that, we could have broken them down, rebuilt. We can't prove that we've not made it to this point in civilization before and not reset. We seem to keep pushing back time and how long we've been here. So now I think, I don't know, I can't remember the date, but we've discovered a human skull that's now 400,000 years old, 480, I think, thousand years old, right? This is almost a 500,000 years humans have been around. Do you see how far we have advanced in the last 200 years since we were riding horse and buggies to now having planes, right? So what do you think happened over a 500,000 year span? Do you think we were just dumb that whole time, throwing rocks and sticks? No, no. Okay, we have evidence of mass gatherings of humans, and even in America, we have mounds, right? The Serpent Mound. We have the mounds of Oklahoma, the Mississippians culture, right? Mounds of Mississippi, Illinois. Look all across the country, you'll see these giant pyramid type mounds, right? Humanity keeps resetting itself, and it's been around for a 500,000 years at least. That's what we know right now. But we keep digging up more and more things that push the timeline back. And you seem to say or wonder to yourself, is time linear or is it repeating itself? So I told you I wanted to tell you about how we're time travelers, right? And I want to show you that because I want you to realize something. You create the world around you, right? So now you set a goal. You have a goal in mind and you set it. Let's say you say, in a year from now, I want to have this new job with a raise, right? In a new car and a house, right? And you work hard and you set your intention on that goal. You set your intention, you work hard, you make it happen. A year goes by and now you're there, right? Have you ever set yourself a goal like that? I'm sure you have. I know you have. I know you have, and you've accomplished that. And I want you to remember that good feeling because you need to keep doing that. Keep setting yourself goals, keep pushing forward and accomplishing things. But what I want you to notice is that a year ago, you were saying you're going to do these things. And now today, you've done those things, right? But if you try to immerse yourself in the time where you were saying, oh, I'm going to do these things, right? I'm going to accomplish, I'm going to get this new job. I'm going to get a house, right? And now today you're in your house that you said you were going to get a year ago. Try to put yourself where you were a year ago. You can't fully do it. It's like, for some reason, we have this amnesia or our memory's foggy. We can't fully put ourselves there. We can get glimpses, right? We can remember certain things and have glimpses of our past, but we can't fully immerse ourselves in the moments, right? We only have these faint memories, okay? So if you think about where you are today and you remember yourself telling yourself that I'm going to be where I am today, right? So if I told myself I'm going to do this YouTube channel a year ago, and now today I am at this YouTube channel, right? I can't fully immerse myself in that time and space where I was saying that I'm going to do this. But I remember saying I was going to do it, but now I'm here. So think about something you said you were going to do, and now today you've done, and now you're there. You've completed that goal, right? Well, my point is, we are time travelers. We are time travelers, whether it's going to the future or resurrecting the past, right? We make it farther in time. We advance ourselves in time, right? We say we're going to do something, we get it done, and now we're in that time and space. Okay, so we have the ability to time travel, whether you call that traveling to the future, past, whatever, right? We are time travelers. And if you notice that if you just set a goal and work towards it and say you're going to do it and put action towards it, you will get there. And when you get there, the memory of you going through all that hardship will be in the past. It'll be faint, and you will now be in that present. You will now be in the future of what you said you were going to do. You are now there, right? So if you just realize that you are a time traveler and you construct a world around you, you can do great things with that knowledge and with that power. That's what I want you to realize, that you have the power. Knowledge is everything, determination, action, okay, consistency is everything. And you can move forward in time and create a new world for yourself. We are the gods. We are the creators. We are the time travelers. Okay? And I know I'm going great places and I have visions of going great places and I will be there. And when I get there, I will think back on this moment while I'm recording this video and I will say, I remember saying I'm going to be there. I can't fully surround myself in that time and space, but I remember saying I'm going to be there and now I'm here. I have time traveled to the future because it's all about your present. It's all about the time and space that you're in right now, okay? And where you were is a comparison. But you could think about where you were and where you are now, and you have traveled in time to this time and space, okay? You have made it forward in time to this time and space. And if you can harness that power, if you can know that power, and you can use it, and you can use it for your benefit, you are unstoppable. So just know that today, this time and space is temporary. Your future is what you can create, and you will travel to that future and to that time and space. All you have to do is set that goal and motivation and put action into it, and you will be there. Don't ever stop dreaming. Don't ever stop progressing. Don't ever stop believing in yourself. You are a time traveler. Travel to the time and space that you want to be. And I will see you there because I'm not going anywhere. The DNaz channel will be here. It's here now. It will be there in the future. And you will remember this episode and you will say, DNaz, you're right. I have traveled through time to this new space and time, and I am where I want to be. If not where I want to be, I am better. Maybe you're worse, but if you set the intention, you will be better, and you will say, wow, I made it here. I made it here, and I can barely remember all the time and space in between me saying I'm going to be here and me being here. All that in between is like faded memories, and now I'm here, right? Because it's all about your day to day and where you are right now, right? That's why taking action now is so important, because it's going to affect where you are in the future. You will time travel there. Create the world around you. I'm DNaz. I'm here to give love. I'm here to give empowerment. You are watching the DNaz channel. We'll see you next time, you time travelers.